there's another part of the story which we were talking about, like, of course, there will be crisis and there will be times where there's a lot of surge in employment. You will have times when there'll be huge challenge in sourcing the right kind of people, right? Sometimes you'll have a lot of applicants, but not the right people. And then the management institutes churn out MBAs and graduates who would like to jump on that ship. But then what is the gap? Like, how can management institute become more effective in bridging that setback and making people the pressures more attuned?
Okay, now you've touched a chord, and I'm sorry, but you'll have to wait to really hear this answer out. And this is going to be a complete boomerang back at you, Avirupa, because this is not about your institute or MBA colleges, but it is more to do with the larger ecosystem.
Yes.
Tell me how many people who register for an MBA don't get an MBA degree? Every single student who registers for an MBA is assured an MBA degree. And correct me if I am wrong, change the institute, change the city, change the location, the degree is guaranteed. What will happen? You will fail an exam, you will give a re-exam, you will get the degree. You will get lesser marks than what you would have otherwise got, but you will get the degree. Very unlike the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. If you look at the model and understand the model of ICAI, they pretty much play on demand and supply. And therefore, the pass percentage of people is a lot lesser basis the demand that exists. And this is simple economics, we've all studied it. When demand is high, supply is low, what happens to price?
Yeah, it goes up, but then it's
simple. So price goes up. And when demand is low, supply is high, what happens to price?
But then in the new norm, I mean, there's also a saying in economics, the demand creates its own supply.
No. So let's not get into the theory of economics. Let's get to a very simple practical implementation to say how many MBAs who are passing out even know what they have studied. You come to semester 3 and if I ask you, Henry, for y'all's 14 principles of management, I can do an open bet. 30% of any MBA college, any student will not know the answer. And 30% I'm being conservative. The fundamental point I'm trying to make here is marks don't assure a job.
Okay, so how do you separate the wheat from the chaff?
Good question. Do we have the courage to say you will not get a degree? Or are we sitting on that fence to say, I can't take that step because I need to fill so many seats next year? And trust me, this is a problem because I've been associated with this fraternity for a very, very long time. And I understand it in and out, from the regulators to the promoters, to the colleges, to the students. Everyone is in it hand in glove. You ask a placement coordinator to say, why don't I have 100% placements? He or she will tell you, I will get the best companies on campus, but I'm sorry, the students don't cut the mark. And then I can't leverage my personal relationship year on year. I can't bring them next year. You ask the faculty saying, listen, why don't students study? Why don't they cut the mark when the best companies are coming on campus? They will say, I walk into the class with great amount of motivation, but then people don't attend. And there is a certain attendance percentage, they attend, but they don't pay attention. And then what is the motivation for me beyond class 4, class 5? They are mature adults. Do I need to treat them like kids and say, listen, pay attention, it's for your own good? The kid sitting back there is going to say, you know what? Brilliant professor, has great pedigree, has great knowledge, but just can't communicate. Keeps muttering in his own mouth. And I can't understand, I can't comprehend, I don't get it. So I think this whole system needs a massive shake. And it needs a shake to say, today, do MBA colleges get rated on whether it is NAC or any other accredited body, not just based on what faculty you have, or what campus you have, or what lovely placements you do, or foreign internships you have. Let's get to basics, guys. Are we accrediting MBA colleges on saying what was the level you got people in at, and when they left, did they leave better? And when
Okay,
they
I
left
mean,
better, did they, sorry, I'm just going to complete this last 30 seconds.
yeah,
When they
yeah.
left better, are they so-called, in your parlance, industry ready?
This is the question I want to ask, which is, one is to separate the wheat from the chaff at the college level. The other is the wheat from the chaff at the employment level. When they go to a company, what does the company look at? What do they're not looking at merely the marks. So how do you separate the wheat from the chaff? And quite recently, today, I think it was this morning, that I read about this particular data analytics thing, which measures attitude, confidence, and God knows what else, and helps the HR of a company to understand the applicants. Is that so?
Yeah, so a lot of tools are out there which do a lot of stuff. But my limited point is, coming back to your question, marks don't guarantee knowledge.
Absolutely not.
And knowledge alone doesn't guarantee a job. So where's the missing link? I think it's a combination of what I call ASK, ask. Do you have the right attitude? Do you have the right skills? And do you have the right knowledge that you can apply at the right time? And I think it's a brilliant blend of all three. The attitude to say, if I don't know, I will figure out, but I will get work done. The right skill to say, I know what's trending. I know that if I just know Microsoft Office, it's not enough. I need to know Power Apps. I need to know Tableau. I need to know R. I need to know Java, so on and so forth. And more importantly, yes, knowledge is important, but tell me, and I'm asking this question open out loud, how many people who have graduated or alumni or seniors in the fraternity have utilized their MBA knowledge, per se knowledge, in the work they do on a daily basis?
Well, I can tell you, Sahil,
that.
I can tell you, Sahil, that we have had alumnus in our webinars, and all of them talked about the balance of academics and hands-on skill learning of ISB and M. We have been fortunate to have 100% placement for batches on batches, and our alumni still, swear by the industry readiness that we already put them through while in the 2 years of ISB and M, which is a combination of what you said. We develop the right attitude by putting them through different, challenging situations, then testing them.
No, so Avirupa, I completely agree with you, because Dr. Pramod Kumar is a very, very close friend of mine, and I have really been with him over the last couple of years, and I've seen the kind of rigor that's there right at the top. And of course, with people like Brita, you, and the entire faculty, I'm sure that your institute does a great job. But having said that, as I said, I'm not getting individual specific here or institution specific. The larger point that I was trying to make was, between this whole concept of knowledge, marks, employability, where do we find that sweet spot? And that is something that a lot of MBA colleges need to start answering now, because otherwise the ROI on investment over a period of time will become questionable. That's the limited point that I was making.